Example 5. Online bidding for a purse increased by $5 for each bid after the initial $60 bid. Part A, write a function that represents the arithmetic sequence. So if we take a look at what's going on here, we have our table, and the first bid was the initial bid, and you had to bid at least $60. Okay? Then after that, we went up by 5, we went up by 5, we went up by 5. So each time the bid increased by $5. Now it says write a function that represents the arithmetic sequence, and we know it's arithmetic because we have a constant rate of change. Now you can choose whichever method you want here. You can use the a sub n, or you can use the y equals mx plus b. I think I'm going to revert back to y equals mx plus b. Now, if I'm using y equals mx plus b, we have y equals, and then keep in mind here, I should probably add this in. I'm just going to label, that's my x, and that's my y. So y equals mx. Our slope is, well, we're increasing by 5. So 5x. Plus our y-intercept. Well, keep in mind your y-intercept is when your y-intercept is when your x value is 0. So I'd really have to extend my table back here to 0, which is going to give me 55. So then I'm going to substitute in 55 here. And this kind of makes sense because if you want your first bid and you substitute 1 in there, 5 times 1 is 5. Then you add that to 55, which gets you your $60 first bid. So this is going to be my function for part A that represents this pattern or this sequence. Now, graph the function. Well, if I'm going to graph this, I'm going to really go back to the table, and I have 160. So 160, 2, 65, 3, 70, 4, 75. Now, I'm not going to connect these dots, and the reason is because in my head, this is discrete data. Discrete means we're not paying, there's no bid for $61 or $62 or $63 because it's going up by $5 increments. So the next bid has to be on a $5 increment, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now, it says that the winning bid is $105. Well, how many bids were there? Well, that's where I'm going to go back and look at my table. If the winning bid is $105, would the $105 be the bid number, or would it be the bid amount? Well, it would be the amount, which is the y value. So I'm going to come back to my function, and I'm going to substitute 105 in for y. So 105 equals 5x plus 55. Then I have to solve that for x, and x will give me the bid number, meaning how many people bid on the purse. Subtract 55, subtract 55, which is going to give me 50 equals 5x. Then divide by 5, divide by 5. So 10 equals x. So how many bids were there? There were 10 bids.